Our McCarthy's Pub and Grub player segment. Give it up for linebacker Demetrius Bernard here with us tonight. Yes, sir. Third-year player out of the St. Louis area and part of a good linebacking core for Pitt State right now. And for you, on the field finally, I know you've been banged up early in your career, and so that's tough. You had a redshirt year before that. So what's it like to get in the season finally and be a player on the field?
Oh, I've been itching for a while. The last time I had played before this year was 2012.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time. I've been doing all the practices and then not being able to get in the game. It's been hard. So it's a really exciting time right now.
For you, from the St. Louis area, Fort Zumwalt West, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's go back to your high school days and come out of there, a big school in the St. Louis area. How much did you know about MIAA football or Pitt State specifically?
Well, Lindenwood's about 15 minutes from my house, so I knew about them. And then my offensive coordinator at the time, Neil Novak,
oh yeah,
he played quarterback here for a while, so he always had good things to say about Pitt State. So then, and my sister went to Truman State, so the only time I've ever seen Pitt State play, they beat Truman. I think it was some 70-3 or something like that. So then I had a good first impression of them.
So that, coming out of high school, did you just play linebacker? Did you play both sides of the ball?
I played a little bit of everything. I played some linebacker, some fullback, a little tight end, some offensive line. So, yeah.
You know, that's a big high school, Missouri Class 5 or Class 6, whatever it is, but it's a big world out there. You're used to being a player in high school, and everybody's a big fish in a small pond. Then you come to college, you have to start over. What was it like going through a redshirt year?
It was hard at first, because, coming into college, you automatically think you're going to come in and play right away. And then you get here and you see how much more mature all the other players are. And you realize you're a boy with a bunch of men. So you get in the weight room and then you start to learn the system. And then they make it easy here, too. The older guys are good, good leaders. So then you follow their footsteps, and then your time comes faster than you think. So,
for you, you mentioned the weight room. How much weight have you put on? How much has your body changed since you've been here?
I came in at probably about 203, and then I got introduced to the weight room and then a little bit of the dining hall, and got about 225. So and I've been able to stay around 225.
Yeah, well, keep that mobility, too. That's a big part of it. We're chatting with Demetrius Bernard on our McCarthy's Pub and Grub player segment of the Coach Tim Beck Show. And for you, after your redshirt year, then spring of that year, you get hurt and banged up again in the fall. So a medical redshirt. How tough was that sitting out a year with an injury?
Oh, that was hard. Going through the winter program with the guys, and we're finally done being a redshirts, and getting ready to play for the season. And then I think the first day we were in pads, I injured my foot, and so it was just a long road to recovery from there.
Well, you guys, this particular team, you've worked your way into a more prominent role. We're seeing, the way football is played, a lot of spread offenses. So you guys go to more of this 3-3 deal, and you're a third linebacker on the field with Colby Hall and Spencer Brown. Talk about working your way onto the field. What's it like to have a more prominent role now?
Well, it's awesome. We have a really deep linebacking core. So, we're able to do different things with our defense, and the thing the 4-2-5 or the 3-3-5 allows us to do is just get a little bit more athletes on the field, allow Colby and Spence to play outside the box a little bit and stop the pass, and then I'm in there in the middle to stop the run, and then it's an awesome feeling being able to feel like I'm contributing now.
A third loss, obviously not where you guys want to be at 4-3. Talk about the mental toughness needed now to go forward and try and finish strong here.
Well, we all realize, we want to go out and win every game, and it didn't matter if we're 7-0 or 4-3. We have the mindset that every game is the championship game, and that's not going to change. So we got to go out to Nebraska and get the ship right, and then keep going, and then try to win out the rest of the year.
It's a long way to Kearney. You and I were talking here at the break. You're going to go up there Saturday, and there might not be 500 people in the stands. Talk about creating your own enthusiasm or what it will take to stay focused in that environment versus what you see at home games.
Yeah, well, we're playing in front of our crowd's awesome, obviously, and the atmosphere is awesome. We like focusing on the game and having probably less people in the stands. That'll give us a chance to focus more and just realize that the only thing that matters is the people on the field there. So I think it'll be good for us. We'll be able to focus in on what we need to do without any distractions.
Pitt State's a young football team. They're this year you want to win every game, as he said, but this is a young team with a lot of high hopes for the future. And make no mistake, this guy, a big part of that. We need to take another break. When we come back, our insider segment with D-line coach Ryan Elwood. Give it up again for Demetrius Bernard, linebacker, on our players segment. We'll take that break and back to Casanos. More of the Coach Beck Show after this.